Hi, I'm Joe Sabatino for the Actors Reporter, and today we've got an exciting show here on Interviews because we are at Prospect Studios, where ABC films General Hospital. And we're going to be interviewing Steve Burton, who plays Jason Morgan on the show. So just sit back and relax because this is going to be a good one. #1 rated TV daytime soap opera star on television today. And his name, sitting to my left, Steve Burton. What's up, brother?
Man, where do you get this info from?
What? Internet? I did my research.
Okay.
But wait a minute. Not only being an MMA fan,
Yes.
but Steve is an accomplished actor. I mean, you've worked with Robert Redford, James Gandolfini on The Last Castle.
That was a great experience.
And I have so many questions to ask you, but I want to first start by saying you're a big dog in the daytime soap opera world. And from being this leading guy, how was it to now play opposite, major film stars?
It was definitely an adjustment. You know, it's funny how daytime helped me was there was probably about 20 or 30 pages of dialogue in the sides.
Right.
So I just sat down, and this show here, General Hospital, has really taught me, obviously, how to prepare and how to memorize. And so I went in there, and he didn't even really know that I was on a soap.
Right.
Rod Lurie.
Okay. Right.
So he was I think he was thinking that he was discovering me. So
You gotta be kidding me.
no, because
really.
he called me. He said, "Hey, I heard on the radio that you're going to be at the Glendale Gallery. I didn't know you were that big," or whatever he said. I said, "Yeah, man." He's like, "Great, cool, all right." So I ended up getting the job. So it was great.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, it was cool.
Now, as a soap opera actor, what is the most challenging aspect of being a soap opera?
Well, listen, it's funny because I get the question a lot because people seem to think there's a difference between movie acting and being on a soap opera.
Right.
And there shouldn't be.
Interesting. Okay. Right.
Okay?
You're absolutely right.
There shouldn't be. Acting's acting.
That's great.
Whether it's on the big screen or if it's on a soap, you know, unfortunately, you maybe get some people who might overact, and sometimes the music's a little dramatic, and that might contribute to it. But there shouldn't be a difference. The only difference is we'll get a lot of film guys that come here and really can't handle the amount, the workload. Because as you know, doing movies, you're doing 3, 4, 5 pages a day, maybe 10 pages if it's a low budget movie, like I've done a bunch of those, and they buzz through. But here we're doing probably 149 pages today.
Holy cow. And out of those 149 pages, how many pages do you have?
It's an average. I probably go from anywhere from 15 to 30 a day. Yeah, a day in there somewhere.
Oh my gosh! Yeah. Wait, and how many?
I memorize when I drive home, so that's. My wife doesn't really like that much, but I try.
Are you serious? And now, okay, so now being the lead on General Hospital, so how many days a week? I mean, the preparation must be so much. How many days a week do you actually film?
Well, we film every day.
Okay.
So basically, tonight I'll go home and I'll look at my stuff for tomorrow. And then I'll be here in the morning, and then we'll shoot it tomorrow, and then I'll do the same thing again for Friday. So it is a factory here. I am Fred Flintstone. I punch in, I punch out. I mean, it's an amazing job. It has taught me so much. I was talking to another actor downstairs. I said, we get to train every day.
Absolutely.
In acting. We get to use this place to either springboard, or do better on auditions because. You know, it's like anything. If you're an actor, you need to be working on something.
Right.
Whether you're in class or you're in theater or even at a job, you need to be continuing trying to get better. And that's what this place allows me to do because I always have to push yourself. Because, you know, it's easy to come in and phone it in and say, hey, it's, you know, I've had the job for almost 18 years. You know, they'll get over a day if I'm really awful. You know, they'll get over it.
Right.
So, but I'm just not that kind of guy, but it's just a great place to learn.
Now, let me ask you, so if you're going to go and you're going to audition for, let's say, you know, a television pilot or a feature film, and they give you 4 or 5 page scene. Is that like a no-brainer for you?
Well, it's tough because this past season, where there wasn't really a pilot season,
right?
You know, because of all the strikes, pending strikes, it was my first pilot season probably in 6 years.
Wow.
So it was, you know, I got the butterflies again.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like everybody else who's watching this, you go out, you get a little nervous before audition. It's normal, okay? It's normal. So, but there were a bunch of scenes, and it's funny because when I first started, sides were 2 pages.
Right. Right.
Now you're getting 6-page scenes where you're like, what?
Right.
You know, and the old school way was don't memorize it, because then they think that that's the best you'll ever do.
Right.
Yeah, throw that out the stinking window. Because how can you truly act and be in the moment if you don't know it? You have to know it, right? So it was more of a challenge for me because fortunately I got to schedule auditions. You know, they knew I worked here a lot, so they would kind of fit me in, or hey, we're seeing people up to next Friday, and it was the prior Wednesday, so I had a good week. And I would literally take that scene and I would work on it for 2 to 3 hours a day.
Wow.
You know, because I just learned so much here we don't get a lot of rehearsal time. We don't get a lot of freedom. So I knew that if I could at least know this so well, and you know, again, God bless my wife who sits there and reads it with me 100 times.
That's great.
That I can find new things and be free. And then when I go on the audition, I throw it away, and if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
That's cool.
You know,
that's
so
great.
it's cool. It was fun.